It's been a difficult couple of years playing in the lower leagues of English football, and that is why I'm so happy that we're putting that behind us, because S2GFC are going up. We've gotten promoted to the championship. We're literally just one division away from being a Premier League club, but it looks like we're not alone. You see, this is Nicholas Hart. He was our best player last season and was instrumental in getting us promoted. At the same time, he's also the son and heir of the Hart family, one of the biggest logistics company in the UK. But due to a family dispute, the Hart family have disowned Nicholas. He's no longer the heir to the company. Instead, his parents are now hell-bent on destroying his career. And that is why they just completed the takeover of Leicester City, a club that just got relegated down to the championship. Not only that, they've hired our former manager Pablo Gonzalo. They've also signed our former players Uribe Medeiros. It really looks like the sole purpose of Leicester City now is to just ruin our club, ruin Nicholas Hart's career. In fact, the media is already dubbing this the Heartless Derby. Honestly though, for now we gotta just forget about this rivalry, because I don't think we're ready yet for the championship. Getting through League 2 and League 1 is a different story. And to be honest, we had to go through playoffs in both campaigns. And the truth is we struggled so much. In fact, we fired 2 managers so far. And in the championship, if we go in like that, unsure of our tactics, of our signings, of where the club stands, we're just gonna get sent right back down to League 1. And that is why the first big decision we gotta make is Lenny the man for the job. He became our interim manager last season, when of course we sacked Pablo Gonzalo, who funnily enough is now managing Leicester City, man. How crazy is that? But yes, we replaced him with our groundsman, Lenny. I know it sounds like we're an unserious club, but hey, Lenny was on a roll. The team was playing well, we were in great form. Yes, we lost the Virtu Trophy. Yes, we made the playoffs an absolute grind. But there's a few things about Lenny that make him different. He gets along really well with the players, understands them. Yes, tactically he may be a bit inept, but so far he's helped us get the results. I mean, securing promotion, being a groundsman, that shows he at least has some sort of an ability for being a manager. Plus he is working on getting his coaching licenses. But then again, is it worth to take the risk in the championship by not having a professional manager? Because look at some of the teams we're going to be facing. A lot of them until recently were Premier League clubs. Wait a minute. This managerial decision might not even be in our hands, because right now our club is in debt. If you remember last season, we had a contract with Umbro, and it specifically said that if we don't win a domestic cup, we're gonna have to return them £2 million. Now, the good thing is I've already returned them 1.5 million, which we had from last season. But that means we're starting off this season with 500k in debt. It's gonna literally be impossible to sign players, let alone a new manager. But okay, as the club owner, this is where I need to come clutch. And thankfully, now that we're in the championship, things are looking up. And that is why it was so integral for us to get promoted, because now we're kind of in the big leagues, and the club will be getting its first ever share in broadcast revenue. It's nothing crazy, but it's 5 million that we're getting added into our bank account. And that means after paying the 500k in debt we had remaining, we're starting off the season with 4.5 million pounds. And there's definitely more to come, because Umbro want to re-sign with us. But you know what, guys? I've had enough of them. I'm tearing up this contract straight away. These guys tried to rob us and successfully did last season. I know they're gonna pull up some kind of trick to get us into debt. We're not dealing with them ever again. Instead, though, it seems like Puma is seeing us rise up the ranks, secure back-to-back promotions, and looks like they want a piece of it. And they're willing to offer us our biggest deal yet. 4 million, that too with performance fees. I'm reading the contract right now, and if we are in a playoff position come January 1st, they will give us an additional 4 million. Now, that basically means we need to be in the top 6 come January 1st. And okay, I know it's completely unrealistic. We're expecting too much from our club, considering we've just gotten promoted. But hey, at least the options there. If we deliver, Puma will back us. And that's why I am signing the contract with them. And that's what I like to see. The budget is up to £8.5 million. And now for our shirt sponsor. We already had signed a 2-year deal last season with McDonald's. And there was a sneaky clause in there that if we got promoted, they would double their fees, which means we're going to be getting 4 million from them. And that puts our budget up to 12.5 million, the biggest we've ever had. And it makes sense because we're now a championship club. But now with this kind of money, it begs the question, do we need a stadium upgrade? Because you see, we've got a teeny tiny stadium. And now in the championship, we could do with an upgrade. But at the bare minimum, it would cost us like £5 million. I don't feel like this is the play. Maybe once we get to the Premier League, we'll be getting all the TV revenue. That is when we can really upgrade our stadium. For now, I think I'd rather just keep the cash. But now that we're not upgrading our stadium, that leaves us with enough cash to go out into the market and possibly look for a new manager. And to be honest, I'm seeing fellow championship managers here like Frank Lampard. He's managing Coventry City. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Frank Lampard at S2GFC. Imagine a manager that has achieved so much. Okay, wait, it's gonna cost us 7 million to sign Frank Lampard. We ain't rolling with that kind of dough. Is that Jack Wilshere, former Arsenal player? He's coaching Luton Town. Even he would cost us like 4 million to sign. There's Pablo Gonzalo, man, at Leicester City. We don't want him. Honestly, I don't see any coaches in the championship that are worth going for, especially when we're gonna have to spend millions. Now, we could look in the Premier League. And why is Chelsea's professional waffle coach Liam Rosenio charging like 8 million? I think, boys, we've just been given a crazy reality check. This season, we're gonna have two options. Either we can strengthen the team with players, or we can invest big in a manager. I'm still unconvinced with Lenny, man. He just does not have the experience. But wait a minute, I do have a plan. Last season, our club captain, Sebastian Finch, he decided to retire. But we do know how much he loves S2GFC. And also, he was an incredibly sharp footballer. Don't forget, guys, stats-wise, he wasn't the biggest, nor defensively the sharpest. But he knew all the tricks in the book through his experience. And I think that could be invaluable at our club. I'm going to sign Sebastian Finch, our former club captain, to be the assistant coach. And there's two reasons why this is good. One, he's willing to come for free. And two, we know that Lenny is tactically inept, and that's why having Sebastian Finch teach him the ropes, who's played at a very high level, I think this is our solution for the season. And I guess that's the decision made. At this 12.5 million, we're keeping that to sign players. I'm now meeting Lenny, telling him the good news. From interim manager, he's now becoming permanent manager, with Sebastian Finch becoming his assistant. Oh man, as club owner, getting through all this admin stuff was exhausting, but it should be a lot of fun looking at our kits for Season 3 for the first time. And now unveiling our home kit, we've got our captain, Steve Ball. Okay, this is a very interesting design. Okay, the kit looks really nice from a distant angle, but up close, I am still unsure. I want your guys' opinion in the comments. This might be the most polarizing kit in S2GFC history. And for the goalkeeper, we're going with pink. Okay, a giant like Luca Gigante wearing pink does look a bit weird. Okay, but our away kit looks absolutely cold, man. Kind of an all-black edition. Although the McDonald's logo just sticks out like a sore thumb. Oh, but even the text at the back has got a bit of a different design. All-black look. Nobody's gonna realize who's got the ball with that font color. I like the away kit, but I do feel like this season we've got a bit of a controversial kit selection. Maybe it's Puma's fault, but I want you guys to rate these kits out of 10 in the comments. Oh, and also while you're down there, subscribe to the channel. S2GFC is back for Season 3, and I need your support to keep going. Now, with all the admin stuff out of the way, we can focus on getting our squad ready for the championship. Okay, the season opener for us is going to be Wrexham. Not gonna lie, I feel like we should be able to take them on. Not with the 62 rated goalkeeper though. We're gonna need quite a few improvements, and that's why I want to first have a meeting with Lenny, figure out our transfer plan for the season, what he wants. But this is where I see the shortcomings of Lenny. He's a former groundsman, man. His expertise is in mowing the lawns. He has no clue what player he wants, no idea what kind of transfer policy we should follow, and looks like he's leaving it all up to me. This is really different compared to what we've had in previous seasons. Of course, Barry Thunderstone, he had some sort of a transfer policy. We all know about Pablo Gonzalo and his obsession with South American players. At least that guided us into some direction. Here as the club owner, I'm now being forced to make the decisions. But okay, based on my understanding of this squad, I most definitely think we need another goalkeeper. Luca Gigante, he's 28. The only good thing about him is his height. But yeah, I do feel like in the championship, we do need a more of a serious player. Also, defense, Stephen Armstrong, he's 29. And the only other centre-back we've got is Jaden Young. Sebastian Finch, of course, is retired. We all know what happened with Medeiros. He's now at Leicester City. I'm adding centre-back as well to my shortlist. And apart from that, if there's money left, would it make sense to bring in maybe a midfielder? Purely because I feel like Steve Ball lately has been off his game. When we were in League 2, he was unbelievable. But then as we went into League 1, we all found out about his issues with his ex-wife, how he still misses her, and I think his head is not in the right place. And for our captain to be like this, I'm not sure if we can depend on that as the season goes ahead. I think we need another midfielder added in. Attacker I was also considering, because Sean King was last season a bit hit or miss. But again, the kid is 18, 70 rated. I think we just gotta trust him. Bullock was awesome last year. Neil Lane is a great backup. And of course, Nicholas Hart down the left. Even though he's the lowest rated attacker, there's no reason to even consider replacing him. And that's because last season he was simply sensational. Being disowned by his family awakened something in him. He was playing to prove a point. And that showed with every goal, every assist, helped us secure promotion. And that is why, guys, Nicholas Hart is your player of the season as well. And now that I can give him a playstyle plus, gotta give him the load-driven plus. Bro has already got some really cool playstyles, man. I think Nicholas is only going to get better. Now, there's also the goal of the season award, and surprisingly, we didn't score that many bangers last year. But in the FA Cup, Edward Bull unleashed a strike that I gotta vote as your goal of the season. And for the playstyle plus, we're giving him incisive pass. That's gonna be really good now that he plays as a cam. But okay, guys, it's time to get the work. Before at least the championship season begins, I want to lock in a new goalkeeper, and I'm trying to see what options do we have in the championship itself. Ooh, and I like this kid from West Brom, James Beadle, 22 years old, 74 rated. Oh, he is going to be our most expensive signing yet if we go for him. It would be impossible for us to sign both a centre-back and a centre-mid after this. That's why I'm liking the idea of Oliver Dovin even more. He's the same overall at 74, 6'2". Okay, I see why James Beadle is that expensive. He's 6'7", an absolute unit. He's got a couple of play styles as well. Dovin has none, but I think we could get a really good deal on him. Maybe 5.5 million. But maybe this season we need to broaden our horizons. Look for some foreign players too. Like I found a few more keepers from other countries like Jonas Krumrie. Could be the next Manuel Neuer. Okay, that might be a bit too much. He's only 70 rated. Yeah, I think we can look for better. Like Pablo Campos, maybe 73 rated. P.S. Charles is an interesting one from Northern Ireland. Real Valladolid is where he's playing. Again, for that price, it's a really good keeper, but I'm liking Iker Alvarez, Romanian goalkeeper. Bro, we can get him for such a good deal. And you know what? As a teeny tiny club, these are the kind of deals that we need to execute. Huh, did we just get some extra money, by the way? How did we go to 13.2 million? Maybe it was like season ticket sales or something. We'll take that. And now if we can sign Iker Alvarez for 3.5 million. Okay, we can't, but you know what? 4 million? I think I can get this deal done at potentially 3.8. We gotta save every penny. Okay, now we're gonna have to do this at 4 million, but that still is a really good deal because we've just signed our highest rated player for 4 million. Welcome Iker Alvarez to S2GFC. And looks like we got that transfer sorted right in time for the season opener against Wrexham. I still need to sign a centre-back, possibly a centre-mid. Oh, and looks like Lenny is straight away putting Iker Alvarez in goal, starting for his championship debut. But also, I don't see our captain Steve Ball there. I think Lenny sees that even in training, Steve Ball is a bit flustered. Brandon Neal is only getting better, so he starts. Armstrong is going to be the temporary captain for now. But here we go, boys. Championship debut. I do feel like Wrexham are kind of a similar club to us. They've of course had back-to-back promotions. That's why I do feel like we might be able to get something against them. But then again, there's a reason they're in the championship. We know this level is going to be a lot harder than of course EFL League 1. But I see us having a chance right now. Lovely ball for Sean King. Oh, come on. He won the header, but no power. And now we've got the bull charging. Let's see what Edward can do. He's waiting for some movement there. Oh, he couldn't get that pass. That's the thing in the championship. You've got to make your decisions that half a second faster. Otherwise, you can get punished. Right now, Wrexham, they've managed to break through, going for goal. Iker Alvarez, big save, but the rebound, cut back. And, well, that's the championship for you. You make a mistake, you get punished. Look at how quickly we're getting pressed, man. This is so tough to handle. Although Edward Bull now looking for Sean King, finding Nicholas Hart. Maybe something here. Cut back for Edward Bull, who went flying for that shot. Sean King finding space, going for goal. How is that saved? We're now hitting the 60th minute mark. We've barely created any chances. I'm expecting Lenny to make some changes now. But okay, maybe he trusts this team because now we've got Sean King who's trying to get forward, but he can't keep the ball. Well, we wanted changes and Lenny is making changes. Jacob Richards, Guillermo Gallardo, Neil Lane, all coming on. Dangerous cross though, which we can't do anything about. We're lucky that didn't go in. Gallardo with a good ball out wide for Neil Lane. Looks back inside for Gallardo. I see Albie Normand in space. He's going to find space to shoot. Oh, he struck that so well, but it was just wide. This counter-attack might legit be our last chance of getting anything out of this game. We try to find Jacob Richards, but nothing we do is working. And that, guys, is a tough reality check in the championship. A defeat to start things off. I know we've had back-to-back promotions so far, but there's no guarantee that this would be the case this time around. The championship is so much better than the lower leagues that maybe this season we might be in a relegation battle. And also, now that we're in the championship, there is going to be more scrutiny on Lenny. His tactics and everything is going to be questioned. Okay, for now, we've got a Carabao Cup game. Again, I want to try and go as further as possible in this competition because you guys know, every time we face a Premier League club at home, that adds 500k to our budget. And we're starting off against Wycombe Wanderers, who we do have a bit of rivalry with. If I'm not wrong, they're the team that beat us in the Virtu final. But also, we did get our revenge in the playoff final last season, knocking them out and moving on to the championship. You bet they want to knock us out. Now, this is what I'm talking about, man management from Lenny. He still wants Luca Gigante to be a part of the team, and that's why he's playing this Carabao Cup. I think in cup competitions, we're going to see the Italian giant play. I mean, as long as it doesn't cost us, I'm kind of fine. Oh, by the way, our away kit looks so freaking good, man. Batman Edition S2GFC, bro. That's what it feels like. West Bank sees that space here for Nicholas Hart. Maybe he could do something. Going for the cross here for Richards, but that was not a good ball. Nicholas linking up nicely here with Jacob Richards, getting it back from him. Here we go. I need a bit of support. It's coming in from Clark. Maybe this time we could do something. Cut back inside for Richards. How did he not convert? By the way, Captain Steve Ball is back in the lineup for this game, and I'm hoping Steve can conjure up something good here, but he's still looking a bit flustered. Oh, we've just been opened up completely. It's horrible defending. Gigante saves us. Cleared away by Fish. Not gonna lie, it's really worrisome that Wycombe Wanderers are pushing us so much here. We've barely created anything. I see our right back making a nice run. Lister, if he can get there first, he can. Needs to look for a pass. That was the worst pass I think I've ever seen. Gallardo sees the support from West Banks, and now Nicholas Hart. If he can get inside, that's what he needs to do. The dribbling is good still, but can't find space. Washy space here from Nicholas Hart. Finally, we've got a chance here. Nicholas breaks through. Can he get the finish? Of course he can. Using that low-driven cluster, he's just unlocked. 1-0. Oh, we'll take it, man. Absolute grind. But we do knock out Wycombe Wanderers. Through we go to the next round of the Carabao Cup. I do feel like this is a bit of a relief for Lenny. The pressure in the championship is a bit too much. Guys, look at this. Right now, we're in the relegation zone in the championship. I know it's only been one game, but I'm already feeling the difference. I do feel like we're missing goals up top. That's the big problem. Even in the Carabao Cup, we couldn't score freely. We relied on individual brilliance from Nicholas Hart. Sean King and Bullock, these guys have to pick up the pace. Also, it's interesting that Lenny has put Steve Ball back in the lineup. Gallardo is starting as well. After this game, boys, we've got to start focusing on transfers as well. I'm thinking getting that centre-back signing next might be the play, because I do feel like Armstrong, he is a bit iffy at this level. Hopefully we can do that after getting our first win in the championship. Right now, Bullock, again, he's not being able to dribble like he used to back in League One. And here comes Stoke City on the charge. Nope. Nothing I could do there. What a save from Iker Alvarez. And straight away we can hit them on the break here with Gallardo stepping things up, finding Bullock here. I see Sean King making a really good run. Header, but goes wide. I shouldn't try these crosses, man. They just don't work. But Lenny has been really pushing the team into doing that. Oh, this is bad. Stoke City have gone through again. This time it goes wide. We're lucky. And here is Nicholas Hart. I see Sean King in the box waiting for his time. Gets the goal. And we have just created history here. The first goal in the championship for S2GFC. We'll take that.
Bye, have a great time.
How did we get turned like that, man? It's a big chance here for Cisse. Nothing we could do, and fair enough. Stoke City get right back in it. As I said before, man, games in the championship are not going to be easy. We're just going to have to try and quickly get used to it. Bullock. Good ball for Sean King. If he can take the first touch, he can. But what was that finish? He did all the hard work there to just put it wide. Oh, our defense has been completely exposed there. Iker Alvarez did so well, but the rebound. What can we do? Albie Normand waiting for Nicholas to make that run. He took a bit of time, but he's broken through now. Nicholas Hart getting it onto his right foot, going for goal. That was world class. Okay, now it's 2-2. We've got 10 minutes to try and push to get our first championship win. I feel like we can do this. Albie Normand, that's channeling his inner Pogba right there. Good link-up play with Sean King and Park Ji-soo. Here he goes. Back inside for Nicholas Hart. Looking for Gallardo. He's completely through. Waits and stays patient and gets the goal. That was the best bit of link-up play I think we've had in a long, long time. Do you know what? For a moment, I thought Gallardo was going to try a cheeky chip here, but he stayed patient. He knows those chips never really worked. But man, what a story for Gallardo. Lost his mum last year. Now look at him. He scored in the championship. What a player. Oh, but we celebrated a bit too early, man. Oh, my days. The championship is just brutal, man. Looks like we're still gonna have to hunt for our first win. But you know what? Conceding 3 goals here, that's made me realize that, yup, the team does need another centre-back. Okay, now we've got 8.8 million. I do want to sign a rough and tough English centre-back. Probably from the championship, I think, would be the play. Of course, this wouldn't have even been a problem if Medeiros was still at the club. The Brazilian centre-back we scouted, we gave a chance. But of course, now he plays for Leicester City with Hart Logistics on his shirt. Oh, man. Funnily enough, though, Pablo Gonzalo's Leicester City are in the relegation zone, while we're 16th right now with that draw. But wait a minute, guys. Leicester City have just signed Emiliano Martinez. No freaking way. What on earth is Pablo Gonzalo's pull, man? And also, Hart Logistics pumping that money into, of course, Leicester. This transfer is actually shocking, bro, and it shows that we got to pick up the pace, because Leicester are going to be coming for us. And okay, I do have 3 centre-backs that I've shortlisted. Rodney Edwards being one of them. 73 rated. Looks pretty solid. A bit on the pricier end. We're going to have to pay like 6 million for him. There's Matty Pollock as well. I like him because he's got quite a few good play styles. 74 rated. A bit older. But you know what? The best option might be Joshua Kwashi. Look at that pace. Physicality is there as well. I think we can mold him into being an absolute demon at the back. And I think we could get him for a really good deal. Okay, why does Lenny have blue eyebrows, man? What on earth is this? I think our coach has lost his mind. The good news, though, is that for 3.8 million, we've made our second signing of the season. Joshua Kwashi, welcome to S2GFC. Now, that's what I call a proper upgrade to our backline. Hopefully, it'll stop us leaking goals, man, because last game we conceded 3. Interesting that once again, Brandon Neal is starting over Steve Ball. But yeah, our new centre-back Kwashi is making his debut. And come on, man, I really just want to get our first win in the championship. Getting off the mark, I think things will start really improving. Oh, but again, why is our backline so exposed, man? Just this is horrible as we get broken through and Swansea score. I don't think this high line is really working in the championship. And the thing with Lenny is, I don't think he really understands tactics, so I don't know if we're going to change this. Well, it's a good thing, I guess, that we've got Sebastian Finch, who's got an incredible amount of knowledge in football, and looks like he's going to be sorting out our defensive approach. We're dropping to have a more of a balanced line, and I'm hoping that helps us defensively. We've now given a free kick for Swansea, and what are they going to do from here? Easy save for Iker Alvarez. Even with the tactical changes, bro, Swansea just feels so much better than us. Kwashi does really well. They're using his pace. But look. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Kibakio. He's going to cut this one back. Sean King making the run from deep. Pick up the ball, Sean. Let's push for our first win in the championship. Well, look. Looking for Nicholas Hart, who's completely broken through, and he gets the finish on point. We've taken the lead against Swansea. Okay, now we just got to defend like our lives depend on it, and we will have our first championship win. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Sean King, who can help settle this game, and he just fell over. Bench can't believe it too. Okay, doesn't matter though, because we do end up beating Swansea. First win for S2GFC in the championship. And I think this result is really going to give Lenny and the boys a lot of confidence. Wait a minute, we just faced Swansea, and now we play them again? Okay, this time it's in the Carabao Cup. That's a difficult draw, man, because we had to really grind to get a result against them. And by the way, Lenny continues to show faith in Luca Gigante. His overall has actually gone up to 63 with that. That's good to see. Also, we're seeing Steve Ball start finally after a long time, it feels like. But come on, man, I want to keep pushing as far up as possible in the Carabao Cup. Don't want the journey to end here. And now we know how to beat Swansea, so let's take the game to them. This time from the get-go, Sebastian Finch has set up the team to have a more balanced defensive approach. I do feel like Jacob Richards up top as a backup striker needs to really improve his game, because I don't remember him scoring in ages. Right now, though, we're relying on Albie Norman breaking through, but come on, how does he put it wide? By the way, a lot of talk in the dressing room about Steve Ball and how he's been keeping to himself lately. And that's very unlike Steve Ball, because he's like the unofficial dad of the team. Oh, there's Park Ji-soo, man. He just keeps running down that left flank. Honestly, one of the most underrated players of this team. As we do link up well, Neil Lane is there to profit off it. That's the breakthrough goal we needed. Oh, we've just been beaten for pace there. Willfish is trying to make the comeback. Gigante with the save. I think for goalkeepers, it's all about confidence. Even though Gigante got replaced, he knows he's still got a role to play, and he's enjoying it here in the Carabao Cup. Oh, there's Steve Ball just being super lazy, man. Not tracking back. What's happened to him? Full time though, and we managed to hold on, going through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. And honestly, it does look like life has stabilized now in the championship. We figured out how to perform here. We're 11th in the league. Still far away from a promotion spot, but we're working towards it. But just as you thought things are going well, Steve Ball stormed into my office. Boss, I don't know how to say this. I want to leave. I can't believe it, man. What has happened with our captain? What could make him make a decision like this? And with deadline day just a week away, will we even be able to bring in a replacement? Or can we maybe convince Ball to stay? Because don't forget, he's an integral part of this dressing room. Looks like we've got big decisions to make soon.